linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Here's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at the Saints defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And that right there is what they're going to need to do, because this is not an elite unit. They've got to keep everything in front of them, rally up and make plays. What a lot of defensive coordinators call top-down defense. Don't give up anything behind you.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Cameron Dicker on now to try to field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Winters.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Winters. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Herbert, quick pass out wide. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Saints at 3 and 6 now on the year. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 6. He finds his man complete. That's Webster. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Off play action. Winters.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw. Winters. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert.
That one taken in by Burton.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Winters. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Room past the 35.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Winters. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. There's the stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd and 13. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Groupie for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Second down and 8.
Off the play fake. Winters, he finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Well, now they'll try the end around. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
2nd and 5. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashee Rice. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now another shot here at the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Winters.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seeking out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The point after, good by Groupie.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score, Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. One last throw here for Herbert. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play.